And I think we're live. I'm gonna check. Actually, Mo can just tell us. Mo, are we live right now?
Yeah, it says we are.
Okay. Perfect. Hey, what were we talking about? I don't know if anyone else was there except for Issues, but what were we talking about the one time there was a Punisher photo with he was holding the tool that shall not be named.
Oh.
Do you know, like, was it a cover?
It was a cover. It was a Jay Lee cover for Marvel Knights. Jay Lee did all the incentive variants, like the 1 for 25. So each issue was like a different character: Daredevil, Elektra, Hulk, Sentry.
That's right.
And the Punisher one, he was holding a pair of pliers.
I still maintain that it could have been a wrench. I think we talked about that for like 10 minutes, and I think Hulk was getting like actually angry.
He's always angry though, so I don't think it makes a difference. But your lack of tool knowledge, I find disturbing.
Oh man. So I have a theory. Actually, I don't even know if it's a theory. I think Parker even said it, but I think Parker only likes, or for the most part, only likes books that came out before like 1979.
72.
Nope, 72, excuse me.
Which is weird. Which is weird because he buys more modern books than any of us every week.
That's true. That's very true. I feel like I'm getting there though, like not intentionally, and I don't want to be, but I always I'll go in with a list, and it's like, okay, I have 3 things I want to get, and then I walk out with 15.
You know, the other night on Mo's stream when they went late night, they brought up the topic of like pull lists, and Mo was talking about how like he wanted to get rid of his pull because he felt like it was gonna save him money, and I think like the opposite. Like I think having a pull list, if you stick to it, keeps you focused on like what titles you're actually reading, and it kind of can help you avoid that getting stuck. Like the worst thing in the world on a Wednesday is to walk into the shop, not have a pull list, and have no idea what you want to buy because you are going to spend way too much money.
True.
Very true.
But I feel like I mean, I have one, but it doesn't make me it doesn't make me feel less inclined to walk around and see what else is out. You know what I mean? Like I still want to like look and see what came out, because I don't remember everything. Like I have a list, but I don't know. I guess if I had more self-control, then I would just go to the counter and wait, and they would give me my pull, and then I would just pay.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like if your focus is really on like, I want to read comics, but I also want to save money, then you just have to be disciplined and say, I read Batman and Avengers and Ghost Rider, and that's it. That's all I'm going to buy. Like I'm going into the shop like once a month, and I'm picking up my pull, and like that's it.
It's kind of a slippery slope, man, because, well, at least at my local shop, they had a rule where you had to have at least 4 titles on your pool. So like 4. And like when I first started, the only one that I wanted was Cosmic Ghost Rider. And they were like, no, you have to have like 4 other ones. And I'm like, okay, well, let me put Saga on there because I know Saga's not going to be back for a year. So that one just kind of took. I'm actually surprised they let me put that one on there because that one is just too and then I put just some other. I started picking titles just because I needed to, right?
Right.
And then eventually I put like Immortal Hulk on there and stuff. But that kind of led me to adding more titles than I originally wanted to. And then after a while, like once I got like really into it, I was picking up my pool, but then I was also just grabbing stuff off the shelf, and it was like twice as expensive as it was before. So
that makes sense.
You have to have a lot of restraint.
Yeah, Parker, you don't have one, huh? You just kind of go in and get shit.
I'm reading all these comments. They're pretty funny.
There you go.
I have one that has like 3 things. I get Daredevil, Immortal Hulk, and Venom, but it's because I want to make sure I get at least 2 copies of every A cover. So, I mean, there's that. But like, and you get an extra little discount with it. But I mean, I get not having a pull because it commits you to certain books you might not want to get. But at the same time, you end up, as the issue said, you walk around, you just kind of fucking grab any and everything, rather than just like, hey, I just want what's in my pull. That's it. My phone
Oh God, we lost him.
Other than
That makes sense, though. My well, first of all, Kachung and Delphi are both in here, which is awesome.
What's up? Hi.
It's been a while, and John too.
Thanks. Glad I made it out of the basement.
Is this a completely new place, or is this just a new room?
It's a new place. I had to get an apartment. I had to move out of where I was.
Got you. Okay. I know. So one of the LCS that I used to go to many years ago, they would do something where, based on the amount of books that you had in your poll, the discount grew.
Yeah, I've heard of that too.
Yeah, so it was like, I mean, it wasn't significant. It was just like 2% every like five books or something like that. But I understand their reasoning because they're just trying to get you to buy more stuff.
That's nice onions.
Yeah, I think most of the shops around me do like Sasquatch said, it's like 5 book minimum, and then it's like 10% discount off of like anything you buy if you have a pull. So
yeah, that makes sense.
I don't have a pull, so like I'm not saying like pulls are everything. I've become better at being disciplined about like walking into the shop and knowing I don't have as much like disposable income anymore. I can't just buy every new release like I used to, because that's what I used to do. I used to not have a pull because I used to walk in and I used to buy almost every new title like every week because I could, and it was no sweat off my back. And now I can't pull that anymore.
Yeah, dude.
One of my LCS will only bag and board the comics if you have a pull list. Otherwise, you have to pay for the bags and boards. So that's silly. But another thing, if you have multiple shops and maybe you go to different ones each time, I don't want to have a pull list at this one because sometimes I go to this other shop and I don't want to like, well, he's holding this book for me. Should I not buy it here? But what if he didn't get? What if his copies are damaged? I don't want to end up with double triples. But I see a pull list is mainly beneficial or mostly beneficial if you don't go every Wednesday. If you're there first thing on Wednesday, you don't need a pull list. You're the first one to see the books. But if it takes you to the end of the weekend or the following week, or you want to skip a week and make sure you ensure that you still get the books, then yeah, not everyone goes every week. And if you can't get there by Saturday, I mean, all that shit's sold out usually.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's smart. Squats, how did you? So are you liquidating your whole collection or just pieces of it?
I'm liquidating probably, or I'm trying to liquidate probably like, I don't know, maybe like 50% of it. I went really crazy, man, last year. So I started collecting, I don't know, I guess now it's been, well over a year, maybe like a year and a half. And I started off just kind of reading books and collecting a lot of the indie stuff. And then I caught the bug, man, and I started buying a lot of stuff. And I actually had pull list at 2 different shops, which is crazy, but that's just where I was at. And I very quickly learned that, it was making me really unhappy because I was chasing top 10 lists and I was chasing key issues and all that stuff. And I wasn't even really reading them, which was the problem. And now I've ended up with a lot of crap, a lot of stuff that I don't really care about. And I'm just trying to get back to basics, trying to get rid of the stuff that I don't really care about and just holding on to the stuff that I really want. And a lot of stuff that I want isn't even necessarily worth any money. It's just, it either holds sentimental value or I just really like the story or the artwork. And that's basically where I am in my collecting now. And so I went to the comic book store for the first time in months a couple weeks ago, like before Christmas, or maybe it was before Thanksgiving, to get the latest issue of Space Riders because I love that book. And that's the first comic I bought in like 3 or 4 months, and it felt really good to just walk in there and pick up like one single comic, and then and then not go back. But then I liked it so much that I went online and I bought 4 more issues of the same comic just because it had a really cool black cover.
Well, I don't know if everyone saw it. Let me pull it up. It's right here. But he sent me one and did the customization thing for me because I'm gonna get wrong way. I'm gonna get all of them. I want to get like a book signed by each of you or whatever that you guys like. I know I explained that, and then I'm gonna get it slabbed and then display all of them. So it's pretty dope. I like that cover a lot. And I didn't have a copy of it too, so it's sitting here. I'm waiting to get read.
Well, I have all the first 2 series. Like I have all the issues. Like the first series right there, I have that one slabbed in a 9.8.
Okay.
And so I have the second one that I'm probably going to end up getting slabbed. And then the reason I bought so many issues is because I wanted to make sure that I had a 9, because the black covers are really hard, to get a 9.8 in.
Yeah.
I think I got one, but eventually I'll probably slab that too, just because I love that storyline, man.
Yeah. I feel that.
By the way, Barb was asking if I was playing with rubber boobs. Actually, they're squishy toys. They're kiwis. You guys these a while back, but on the backside, it's like a kiwi, and it looks like a hairy Sasquatch nipple. That's why I bought them. Just
starting.
No, they're
I'm curious how they would grade books that are signed by like random people.
I think it just gets a green label and just says like writing on the front or whatever.
Yeah,
that would be my guess. John said he goes to the shop Wednesday evening, so he needs a pull, otherwise he'll miss out on stuff. But he's trying to cut down as well. Yeah, my schedule just sucks.
Here's the thing, John, that I learned is that you're not actually missing out on anything, because eventually it's going to come out in trade. You're going to get to read it. Part of what you're buying into is the hype and the fever of wanting to buy all those comic books and hoard them and have them for yourself. I mean, and if that's your goal, then sure, I guess you are missing out on something, but it's going to be there, man. You can read it online. You can buy it in trade. Like, it'll be there. It's not going anywhere. Like, you'll be fine. But if you can get over that, you can save yourself a lot of money and stress, and I think maybe even be a happier collector.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
You don't love. Yeah, I think it screws you up a little bit. When you catch yourself buying all these variants and multiples and stuff, hot books that drop right away, you're just like, why am I buying? Why don't I just buy what I love?
Yeah.
I think you're right about that.
I'm trying to find a because I'll read the synopsises or whatever for the new like indie #1s coming out, and I'm like, oh, that sounds awesome. Like, that sounds like a lot of fun. So I'll pick it up, and it's cool. And I'm trying to cut back on that, but I don't feel like buying. Like, if I'm not gonna buy the first issue and wait for the whole trade to come out, what if I buy the trade and I don't like it? Then I don't know. I felt like I wasted more money instead of just buying the #1 and seeing if I liked it. So I'm trying to figure out the balance of that as well.
But I mean, previews are out there, man. I mean,
that's true.
Ways to kind of get around that. And I mean, I don't know. I just think that, well, I just know how I am as a collector, man. I have a very addictive personality, and like, if I start putting stuff on my pull list, before I know it, I'm going to have I was spending $80 a week, sometimes $100 a week, and that's just too much, man. Now I spend $0 a week, and it feels pretty good. But I'm spending that money. I'm saving that money for other stuff. But yeah, I mean, you just kind of have to find what makes you happy, I guess. I don't know, everybody says that, but I don't know if anybody really believes it. But I'm living proof that it works. I want it to.
Fu had a good idea and said that that one company, EGS, that brand, like the brand new-ish grading company, does signature certification for $5. So I could get your guys' signature certified.
My signature is every time I sign it. So good luck.
I think mine is too. It depends on how much time how much effort I'm putting into it. Were you working on your own comic Project Squash.
Here's the thing about that, man. It is dead in the water.
Oh.
Because here's why. And I guess I can reveal this now because it's fucked anyways. But all right, so I think I had actually told Issues what my idea was, and it was about I had this idea for like a cosmic boxer, and I was gonna weave in like this alien sort of history with like Aztec Indian history, and like it was gonna be this like really expansive like universe, right? But the idea was this boxer, like a competitive boxer, that was competing in space, like interplanetary boxing competitions. And essentially what happened is he fights this one guy, and then he learns that the guy that he defeats is actually a demon. So we're crossing over like the cosmic with the spiritual.
Right.
And he knocks him out. And when he knocks him out, he actually absorbs the power of that person that he knocks out, or that alien that he knocks out, or demon. And then it's kind of a blessing and a curse, because from that point on, every time he punches somebody, he can actually punch their soul out of their body. Right. And so it's you would think that for a boxer, it's like a really cool thing to have that on your side, but then it basically ruins his career because nobody wants to fight him anymore.
Right.
There was this whole like I'd been working on it for months, man. And then I saw Hellboy, the new Hellboy movie, and there's a character in that movie. It's this girl, and she doesn't even add anything to the story. They just kind of randomly put her in there. I don't even remember what her name was, but I wasn't even really digging the movie, but then when I saw her, I was like, what the heck, man? So she basically has the same power where she punches people and their soul is knocked out of their body. And at that point I was like, well, shit, man, there's my whole idea right there. So I couldn't move forward with it.
Don't you think there's a ton of stuff out there that just gets like, I mean, I'm sure that's not the only thing that has someone that has the ability to punch someone's soul out of their body. You know what I mean? Like, why not you have the same thing?
I don't know, because I just told everybody on YouTube. So
I like the idea
that your own original ideas and details. I mean, it's original. It doesn't matter what somebody. I don't know.
I really like the whole idea though of mixing the like cosmic thing with the like Aztec thing as well.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really cool idea.
Yeah, I mean, it was really discouraging because like everything about it. So there was even this like the first story arc was going to be about him finding, or on a quest to find like this knuckle duster that would allow him to actually punch people again. So like something kind of like this. And,
right.
And she has one in the movie, like actually in the end credits, like you see her and she kind of slips it on and then she's punching people with it. I'm like, God damn it, that's the exact same thing.
That's frustrating.
So
what did you separately? What did you think of that movie as a whole?
The David Harbour one.
Yeah,
I thought it was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. It was kind of like a metal movie. It had some badass moments. Yeah, the CGI was cringeworthy at points, but I mean, I had fun watching it. It was a fun movie.
I'm typically the guy that, because I think I'm the only one out of all of us that like Endgame, right? Like I'm typically one of those guys that's like, just sit back and have fun and don't worry about it too much. And that's right. How I like with Star Wars. Like everybody gets all bent out of shape about Star Wars. I don't care. It's fun, right? But I didn't really like Hellboy. It was long. I thought it was kind of boring. CGI definitely wasn't there. And then I don't know, Hopper. I just didn't really like him as Hellboy.
I hadn't seen it, and then it's on HBO right now, I think. So I was gonna watch it at some point. But I like the old ones, and I don't think they're objectively good movies, but I have a lot of fun with them.
2 is terrible. Golden Army.
I don't. No, go ahead.
The thing I didn't like about the new one was Ian McShane, like as his dad or whatever. And then it's not really spoiling it. There's a part at the end where it's super CGI'd Ian McShane, and it's so fucking terrible. It's so weird. It's like some the movie Society. It's a weird shunting thing. It's fucking weird. I didn't like it. But besides that, it's a good movie.
I'm weird with movies like earlier Issues mentioned, or someone was talking and Issues mentioned the second Ghost Rider movie in the chat and how bad it was. I like the second one better than the first one.
Bad.
Like,
I love
a lot, like a lot more.
Oh, two is way better than one.
That's what I think too.
Yeah. One is terrible. And does that's nice. Two is fun. I enjoyed it. And you get what's his name?
No.
Highlander.
Yeah. Isn't
Idris Elba.
Yeah, it's Idris Elba. Yeah.
No.
Chaos in Comics said that he fell asleep. I fell asleep twice during Hellboy.
Did you?
That's how awesome it was.
I think Ghost Rider 2, he takes over that construction crane bulldozer. That was ridiculous. That's about as silly as Ghost Rider being on a woolly mammoth on fire.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Besides that, I mean, it's pretty good.
I mean, it's a Nick Cage Marvel movie. I don't know what everyone is expecting out of it.
What do you expect?
Speaking of which, I saw something. I think Tank posted it in the chat, and then I looked it up. But it's heavily rumored right now that Marvel got access to Hulk.
Yeah, Hulk and Submariner. I heard
yeah, which would be cool.
Yeah, I saw that being reported the last couple of days pretty heavily.
Yeah,
that they bought the rights back from Universal.
Yeah, something like that, which that'd be great. That's everyone, right? There's no one else that they don't have access to.
Just besides Spidey and Spidey villains.
That's right.
Yeah, right. The Spidey universe is still Sony.
Yeah.
Is Dracula in there? Since Morbius is Sony. Is Dracula Marvel? I think so.
Ooh, I don't know.
Dracula's Marvel because they said Dracula's probably gonna pop up in the Moon Knight TV show.
That's right.
With Werewolf by Night. So they're all Marvel.
Right. Yeah.
There's a new speaking of Dracula, not Marvel related, but there's a new Dracula show on Netflix. It's supposed to be pretty good. It's like a BBC thing or something. It's the guys who did Sherlock.
Okay.
Which I like that show, but your boys loves Submarina. Oh, you just deleted the comment there. Oh no, never mind. It's right there.
The Submariner.
Yeah. Submarina.
I have a friend that calls it that.
It's not Marinaria.
I'm just afraid the general public who doesn't know who he is going to interpret it like they're just copying Aquaman and shit. But I mean, what can you do? But Submariner was decades.
The first.
But he was the first character, really.
Submariner.
Yeah.
I know next to nothing about it. So
he premiered. Yeah, before Marvel did any. I know they were timely back then, but before that, even Submariner was in this promotional some one-page giveaway comic in the 30s. So he was really the first Marvel character before they had their first appearance with Human Torch, Kazar, Angel.
Okay. And he's the one that's supposed to be rumored to be in Black Panther, right? Or that's what everyone was freaking out about.
Yeah, we'll see. They're saying Dr. Doom too.
Some other company had the rights to Submariner.
Yeah, Universal.
Yeah, Universal.
Which doesn't make sense. Why would they have that?
I don't know. I mean, I think he was in the Fantastic Four rights group or whatever, but I don't know. He was separate from Silver Surfer and everybody else.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay, so so while we're talking about potentially shitty Marvel movies, what between the Eric Bana Hulk movie and the Edward Norton Hulk movie, which one is better?
Oh, Norton.
Edward Norton.
The Bana one gets a bad rep, and it's not that bad. I mean, I know it's jumps all over the place. It does that comic panel screen thing way too much. And then they have him grow the angrier he gets. But it's a decent movie if you go back and watch it now. But when it came out, that was atrocious. It's not what we wanted. Edward Norton was great. When you compare it to every other MCU movie after that, it doesn't really stand up. It's in the bottom of the
Edward
list.
The Edward Norton one is canon too. So
they
canon.
Yeah.
You can't ignore that. It's like it's canon. That's supposed to be the same Hulk that Mark Ruffalo plays. They just couldn't.
I didn't know that.
They couldn't agree to keep Edward Norton in the universe. Like that's why he left. Like they had a disagreement, and so like that's why they moved on and recast him. But that movie is that movie's canon.
That's
crazy. I didn't know that.
Same Thunderbolt Ross. I think it's in what movie is it where Hulk says like, "Oh yeah, last time I was in Harlem, I broke it" or something like that. And they're talking about the Edward Norton one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's the one with the dogs, right?
That's the Eric.
No, Eric Bana is the one with the dogs.
Okay.
The Edward Norton one is the one with Abomination.
Yeah,
that's right. And the Eric Bana one is the one where he basically flies because he's just like jumping around everywhere. I hate that. That bugs the shit out of me.
It's the one with Nick Nolte. That's all you have to remember.
Yeah,
Nick Nolte is in it.
Nick Nolte's basically absorbing man. That's his power. Is like he absorbs everything, and that was never Bruce Banner's father. I don't think he ever really had a dad in the comics, so I don't know. They were just changing shit around in that one. However, it's Jennifer Connelly as Betty, which I love.
Which is way better than Liv Tyler.
Yeah, way better. So
true. I like both, but
it's kind of pros and cons. Yeah,
I don't
not ugly. I'll tell you that.
I don't think I saw either of those movies.
No, you're crazy.
You're not missing a lot. So you're
that was back when I was still dating girls, so I wasn't doing.
Oh man,
isn't a long time.
Isn't Thunderbolt in Black Widow?
I think he might.
Yeah, he was in the trailer.
That's what I thought.
It de-aged him.
Well, they're supposed to be doing like a Thunderbolts movie or TV show, so he's going to be around a lot longer. So supposedly they were thinking about introducing Red Hulk in Endgame, and for whatever reason they thought it would be too much, and that's why they didn't do it. But that, I mean, I think eventually they're going to introduce the Red Hulk, and so I don't think he's going anywhere.
He's just getting too old to be turning into Hulk. I know it's all CG, but he's already up there.
Yeah, they gotta hurry up.
Oh,
I missed the comment. Craig was saying that he wants the $500 Marvel box set. I don't even collect movies anymore. I sold all of mine. But I want that shit too.
I just wish they had better special features on like the releases now. So I mean, if there's some significant bonus shit on this big box set or whatever, I'll think about it. But I already have all of them on DVD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of the DVDs, but I was actually disappointed because we have Disney Plus, and like there's so many Marvel movies that aren't on Disney Plus. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, they were like trying to advertise it like, oh, you can watch every Star Wars movie, every Marvel movie, but no, they're gonna come in like shifts. You get like 6 at a time.
Yeah.
And when they take these 6 off, they put a new 6 on.
And they're not even like in chronological like order or anything. Like it doesn't make any sense.
That's because certain movies they sign deals with like other partners. So like Netflix signed a deal. Like that's why you can't watch Infinity War on Disney Plus, because they signed a deal with Netflix where Netflix would have exclusive rights to it for like a year. Yeah, so there's certain stuff like that where like they agreed to that stuff obviously before they established what they were going to do with like having their own channel, and so they couldn't walk it back. So they kind of have no choice but to be like, sorry, you can't watch Black Panther and like Infinity War because they're on Netflix. You can't watch this one because it's on Hulu or whatever, like just stupid shit like that.
They have some movies on there too that are like Maleficent is on there, and I really wanted to watch it because I heard it was decent, and it was like this will be available in October of 2020. It's like why did you have it on there then? Just take it off.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
And everybody's all pissed off now because they took Home Alone off. They took off Home Alone and Home Alone 2, but they left Home Alone 3, which nobody wants to watch.
When did they take them off? Recently?
It was like right after Christmas.
Oh, because I just watched them right before. I watched them like on Christmas Eve with my daughter on Disney Plus.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it's going to be like a Christmas tradition, or that's going to be how they get you to keep like coming back, because every Christmas they're going to bring it back.
Makes sense.
You could still watch. You could still watch Sister Act. So
Hey man, I liked the third one. I was a kid when it came out, and I still thought it was funny. I haven't seen it in a long time.
You like the third one, Home Alone or Sister Act?
Home Alone 3, not Sister Act.
There's no third. There's no third Sister Act.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought there was. Isn't it called Back in the Habit?
That's the second one.
Oh, that's part 2? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the one with Lauryn Hill.
I thought that was part 3.
What?
We're gonna look this up right now.
I'm pretty sure there's 3 Sister Acts.
No, I think there's 2, and that's maybe if they changed. Well, Whoopi Goldberg's not in the third one, if there is one. So maybe they changed her character, and it's like a made-for-TV movie or something. But there's a Home Alone 5, I think, and it's a girl.
Oh, gross.
They're getting up to that. Yeah.
There's no Sister Act 3 yet, but it's in the works.
Oh, I knew it. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna say something right now, and I'm probably gonna get crucified for it. But I talked a lot of shit about Captain Marvel before I watched it, and I watched it a couple weeks ago. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
No, it's not a bad movie at
all.
I
actually enjoyed myself.
Yeah, man, it was fun.
I kind of did. I just hate Brie Larson, so it's hard to get invested in the character.
Yeah, she's whatever to me too. It just was like a fun sci-fi movie almost.
Yeah,
that's what I looked at it as.
I'm not going to crucify you. Go ahead.
You're wrong.
I don't read the Captain Marvel books, but is she like this really interesting, bubbly character? Like, does she have a lot of personality in the books?
She did before she
I have no idea.
Once they promoted her up to captain, and Kelly Sue, the comic started writing her, they made her this feminist, blah blah blah. She's just so dry and so. I
think it's weird that in the movie they're always like, "Where have you been?" And she's like, "There are so many other planets that need my help, dick." And then
no, she's in any of the books they write her in, she's like that. Because even in Avengers, she's very she's stale. She's just not a fun character.
Yeah. I liked
she just takes herself too seriously.
She does. She's just always pissed off. In the movie, I like all the scenes where she's not in it. So all the scrolls, all the Samuel Jackson's good. I don't know. It's a fun movie, but then when I think the scenes on the farm or whatever with her and Monica and or Maria, whoever mom is, that was kind of they could do without that 20 minutes, but
yeah.
And I wanted the Supreme Intelligence to be the big Zordon head in a fucking vat thing instead of what or whoever it was. That was
Annette Bening,
yeah. It's okay. It's like a 6 or 7. It's probably
it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but it wasn't. Yeah. I didn't have a lot of fun with it. I didn't feel like it was a movie that I needed.
Sure.
No, I agree with that. It definitely doesn't fit anywhere in the MCU for me. It's just kind of there.
It gave me a lot of nostalgic vibes. I loved seeing the Blockbuster. That was
all the 90s feel.
All the music from back then. I thought was kind of cool.
That's true.
The early 90s vibes, but it wasn't the best Marvel movie for sure, but I don't think it deserved all the flack that it got.
I agree.
No, I don't think it deserved that either. I think it just got that because most of the other people that are in Marvel movies, they're very vanilla. They don't have they're not super vocal on anything. As soon as you start to get vocal on politics and stuff like that, you generate mass amounts of attention from the online community. And I think that's what did that movie in a little bit, is that she's a vocal person and everybody decided that they didn't like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it caught so much heat.
I still say the worst.
And I'm not saying it deserved that. I mean, let's be realistic. If you have a problem with people that would be considered liberal, then you should hate everyone in Hollywood. So just save it.
Yeah. Just
enjoy a movie for what it is and stop worrying about what the actors and actresses care about in their personal lives.
Yeah. That was a lot of the flack they're getting. Was just all those trolls tearing down Brie Larson. That doesn't really have shit to do with the actual movie itself.
It's the same thing with Star Wars. The same thing with Star Wars. Right. Everybody, like all these trolls that are just mad about like a gay character or like something like that, and they just like tear the movie apart.
Well, to play devil's advocate on that, because that's actually a really interesting point, because there's a whole concept of separating the art from the artist, right? And I'm like, I'm an artist, and there's a lot of that in art history. Like I read an article the other day about like Paul Gauguin and how they were trying to take all of his paintings out of the museums because he basically slept with 13-year-old girls, right? And so, there's a conversation about that happening now. But if you can separate the art from the artist when it comes to like Marvel movies or Star Wars movies, does that happen in other, like, do you guys agree with that in other mediums? So like, do you guys listen to, like, if you did before, do you still listen to R. Kelly, or will you still watch like, the Cosby Show?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I would.
I mean, that's just me personally. Kelly, but... I mean, I don't think that you have to support the person to like. That's like saying that I'm never going to turn on sports because someone on a sports team got arrested for something. I think that they're morally like not a sound person, or they did things that were ethically wrong. I think if you're talking about things that are art or for entertainment value, that you have to be able to separate those things. Yeah. I'm not rushing to go watch the Cosby Show. Like, I don't know that I would be like ecstatic if like he got out of prison next week and decided to make a new TV show. I don't think I'd be rushing to go watch it. But I don't think that I would like boycott his body of work because he made poor life decisions.
Mm-hmm. And I think you go.
Otherwise, like we're not going to watch any Roman Polanski movies. Like, we're not. Like, there's plenty of examples of that in all art mediums where there's people that I don't agree with.
How do you feel about that, Squatch? What's your opinion on separating the art from the artist?
I mean, I agree. Like, I agree with you guys. I think that it has to be possible to separate the art from the artist. And I think just because somebody does something that's like really bad, like, Bill Cosby did some horrendous things, man. But that doesn't mean that he didn't like contribute culturally to the conversation or to the dialogue. Like, there's still stuff there's still things that you can take away from it that are positive. And there are a lot of other people involved in it too. It wasn't just about Bill Cosby. There are a lot of other actors and actresses and the writers and everybody who helped to put that show on. That, I mean, I don't think they deserve for their legacy to be destroyed because of the activities of one person or the actions of one person. I think so. I mean, I guess it's definitely different. I think across different mediums, right? So like with the paintings, for instance. That might be a little different because it's literally one person painting a canvas. But, with a movie or music or even, TV shows, like there's so many variables involved in that. But so I guess I do agree with you guys. And I think that, so far everybody who's been involved in these like scandals and stuff, like I don't think I was so like such a huge fan that I was like super disappointed by it, like not being able to watch those movies again. Because like you're right, like I'm not like out there actively watching Bill Cosby episodes.
Right. Yeah, I think the only one that I was like, I didn't even get bummed. I was more frustrated that people cared that much was the Louis C.K. one. Because I'm a big fan of Louis C.K. and like that whole thing happened, and I was like, who gives a fuck? Like, he asked, and they said, that's their own fault. They should have said no.
Now I'm not going to get to see him in any more movies. Not going to make any more.
He had his show. He had a movie coming out on Netflix. I mean, he's coming back. He'll be fine, but it was just annoying to hear about.
I think you naturally. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think you naturally have those preconceived notions when think something about someone. Like, you're gonna go in thinking like, oh man, this guy's a rapist, this guy's a whatever, this guy's a pedophile. But if the art is good enough, I think you're able to usually separate. And if you're not, you're just not an open-minded person. But I think the art will have to speak for itself and be better than, above par, just to like get you to stop thinking about, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has to keep listening to R. Kelly though.
No, I think we're all good without R. Kelly. I mean, the only saving thing that he has is the song in Space Jam, and that's really it.
Oh, you see,
I believe I can fly.
Right. Never mind.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah,
that's a great song, but I was gonna say too. I feel like in the course of history, like a lot of these people that have like changed their mediums and like contributed stuff that has like defined a new generation of that particular medium. I feel like, I mean, no one's perfect, and in all of those people, there has to be just a ton of like fucked up shit that they've done that maybe we just don't know about. Like if you're that popular, or, like well off, like you have access to stuff that normal people don't have access to, and like if you're bored, man, like I have to imagine that people are doing shit that they probably shouldn't be doing. And without those people, we might not have some of the stuff that we have today. I mean, I'm not saying anything specific. It's just a generalization, but I don't know. We're all on the same page, so it's not even like we're all just arguing the same point.
Here's that I'm a school teacher, right? You guys know that.
Right. Yeah.
I don't make, I make what a school teacher makes essentially. So I'm not rich by any means, but every summer I get 2 months off and I can watch TV and play video games for about a week before I start going crazy.
Right.
And then I get really stir crazy and I'm like, oh man, like I wish I was back at school because I have literally nothing to do. I get super bored. And I've read, as much as I can read in my comic book collection. Like there's nothing more for me to do. So I started thinking of like, what can I do? But I don't have money, right? So I don't have access to things. So, and probably, that's probably good because I equate that to like, what about people who don't have to work, right? You don't have to wake up at a certain time. You don't have to be anywhere at a certain time. You don't have any obligation to do it. You literally could stay in bed all day if you wanted to because you're a billionaire. You start to like get bored, and then it's like, well, all right, what can I do today? That's why I think like, you start like, I don't know, man, like you see like Elon Musk, like he's got his own like project space company. Like that's some random, like weird, like who thought that like a private person would have enough money to be able to start their own space program? And this guy's doing it like that's what he tinkers with on the weekends,
Yeah.
So yeah, I think rich people do some. I mean, yeah, they have access to way more resources than we do. They don't get in trouble the way that us normal people do, and they get bored pretty quickly, I would assume, just like I do.
Yeah.
I don't even have any money, so.
Right. Makes sense. Craig is whining that no one invited him on the feed.
Invited him all day. Drama queen, Craig. Drama queen.
Craig, I'll invite you right now if you want to hop on. Everyone is welcome.
No.
Well, I'm not welcome on Craig's streams because I curse too much.
Oh, are Craig's family friendly?
Yeah, I spread too
Dude,
much.
can I show a couple comic books real quick?
Do it.
We are.
Dude, I got this book because I want to take it to C2E2 because I'm a Scotty Young fan. But why? But not so much like the baby stuff. Like he draws like other stuff. Yeah. And this is one of my favorite covers that he drew. It's for Iron Man Armor Wars.
Oh, that's cool.
Real.
And what I liked about this cover too that I found out is that you see like Tony Stark sitting there like holding like the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was originally supposed to be holding like a bottle of booze in his other hand, but Marvel made him take it out because this book is like more for like the younger audience.
Oh,
so they didn't think it was like an appropriate cover.
Have him do a remark of like a whiskey bottle in his other hand.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping that I could like get him to do, but
that's a good idea.
We'll see.
Do you think
I like that?
And
hired him?
And then
do you think they got him to do the cover on that because they're like, this is a kid's book, we're gonna get Scotty Young and he's gonna just do like Baby Iron Man, and then he totally
Gotcha.
Well, I think when he did that book is when he wasn't doing like all the baby stuff. The baby stuff kind of came like later.
Oh, okay.
Because I just got this like cool. Hold on, it's on the floor. I gotta pick it up.
Craig, I'm just messing with you. You aren't winning. If you want to come in there, let me know.
I got
Craig,
this for
we're just
Christmas.
messing
It's
with you,
the Marvel art of Scotty Young.
That's
And
dope.
the whole book, it's basically like a autobiography of like his Marvel career, and it talks about like all the stuff that he did, and he's got so much stuff that's like not like baby stuff, like not kiddie stuff at all. Like, dude, like look at look at that cover.
That's
It's
sick.
Yeah,
that's super cool. He has a Venom one.
I feel like
yeah, he has a Venom one where he's like upside down. It's pretty cool.
I just feel like he gets pegged as this like one-dimensional artist. Like everybody thinks that like he's drawing like
look at that.
That's cool.
Like everyone hears Scotty Young and they just think of like these baby variants, and I think that like he's so much more talented than that as like an artist, and he gets like this bad rap for. Look at Venom.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it looks nothing like what you would think.
Yeah, I think is that a cover or is that interior?
No, it's interior artwork.
Oh, okay. That's crazy.
But it's just like he's so good, like he's so talented.
I
don't know.
It's his own fault, man.
Yeah, he kind of boxed himself into that, I guess, right?
I mean, yeah.
But it's probably
they talk about it.
They
talk about it in this book, and he kind of brings up that
That's awesome.
People are typecasted for a reason. I mean,
yeah, and he's like, my career follows a trajectory that like people want to like see my stuff, and the baby stuff is like super successful. Like people like it, so he enjoys that people enjoy his work. So he's not like upset that like he's being typecast into these like baby things.
Yeah.
Damn. I need to find something because I want something signed by him for sure. You know, I'm really hoping that his like Strange Academy or whatever, that one's cool.
No, yeah,
I like that. He has a new Strange Academy thing coming out soon, and I think it looks really fun. So I'm hoping that's good. But I know he has some Venom stuff that I could get. The list keeps on growing of the people that are going to be there, and I'm scared that it's going to be a ton of people.
I have this.
I like that one a lot.
Take to get signed too.
That one's good. Yeah, we lost Parker. Yeah, I like that one.
But yeah, everybody knows his baby stuff. I feel like so everybody like the baby stuff. I think it's cool. I just think it's like it definitely is maybe like it's too much to have a baby variant for every new release.
Yeah, I think it's just overplayed, the baby stuff. Like I like some of them a lot, but I think it's just a lot. It's too much.
I liked that I Hate Fairyland thing. Fuck Fairyland.
That's right. Yeah. Fu said that he messaged him about trying to get a commission. Fu, I think I saw somewhere that he doesn't do commissions anymore. At cons, at least. I think it was on like an art page or something, but I'm not totally sure.
Yeah, supposedly he does like quick sketches, like for like $125, like at his table. Like if you want like a character sketch, but I think they're usually like baby sketches, and they're usually just on like a piece of paper.
Makes
like
sense.
He won't do. It's not like he'll have like colored paper at the table, and he'll do like a quick like baby sketch. If you say like Hawkeye, he'll grab like a purple piece of paper and do like a quick like baby Hawkeye and charge you like $125 for it. But he's not gonna. You're not gonna hand him like a blank cover, and he's not gonna do, because he doesn't like. He even says it in the book. Like the reason he doesn't like doing commissions is he doesn't like being directed on how to do his work.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't like when fans are like, "Can you draw this person doing this like this?" Like he hates that. Like, I'll just draw you a character. Like that's what I'm gonna draw.
Yeah, he'll be grateful.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Does Mitch Gerard or whatever do commissions or no? Gerard?
Yeah, he does like a pre-commission list, but he doesn't do sketch covers anymore either.
Weird. I wonder why.
He does all his commissions like by request, but he does them before the show. So like he does them in the weeks before the show, and then he just brings them all with him, and you go and like pick them up. So it's almost like, I don't know. I kind of like that idea of like getting to the con early, handing a blank cover to somebody, and coming back like the next day and having like a cool piece of artwork.
Yeah. I get though how that schedule has to be like insane.
Well, they probably do. Like
I think I think it depends on your talent level too. I don't mean that to knock anybody. I just feel like there's some artists that draw good stuff a lot faster than other artists.
True.
Like some guys like takes them a lot of time to like draw out what they're gonna do, and they make a lot of mistakes and they're erasing a lot. And then there's guys like, Sasquatch, you're talking about Space Riders. Alexis Zarit, like he goes in with like a marker. He doesn't even use like he did a commission for me. He went straight in with marker. Like he doesn't even use a pencil. Like the guy's like a machine.
Yeah.
Like he did 3 characters on a sketch cover for me in like less than 30 minutes, and it was like perfect.
But it's not. He built it into his brand. Like you can. That's what I love about. That's what I love about his work is that it's really raw. Like he doesn't sit there and try and like correct his proportions or his line work or anything, and it just comes off really really raw, which I think is great. But that works for somebody like him. I don't know if that would work for every artist, but for somebody like him, he definitely built that into the brand.
No, yeah, you're right. That's all I'm trying to say. Like it doesn't work for everybody, and I think like I love like Mitch Gerrits. Like I love his work, but I don't think he's the type of artist that can bang those pieces out fast enough to be able to do commissions at the show.
Yeah,
I just don't think he has the time or the energy. Because they're doing signing and panels, so he's not sketching at the show. And then when the show's over, he wants to go hang out and have dinner and have drinks, not be like locked in his hotel room doing sketches so you could come pick it up the next day. Yeah. Like he wants to enjoy the show too. So it's easier for him to say, I'm only doing 15 and I'm going to do them before the show. I have a month to get them done. Because that's what they do. They open up his list like 4 weeks before the show, and he only does less than 20.
That makes sense. Yeah. I like Lou's idea. I wish it worked out. He said that he was going to get all of the club members as babies. That's what he was going to ask for, which would have been great.
That'd be cool. Nowadays with social media, you can pretty much get any artist to do you something. You just gotta contact them, be willing to pay whatever they want, and like they prefer that. When you send them a book and they have a month to do it, you're not rushing them. They can take their time. From what I've heard from a lot of artists, they love that. But doing it at the con, if they're not a fast artist that can churn it out quick, that's why some of them don't do it at cons. They're just there to sign and meet people.
True.
And I would rather them take their time with it and be able to do a background. That's why I don't like most sketch covers at cons, because you just get like a head. You get something real simple. You don't even get a whole body. Usually you get face shots, oftentimes, or head shots. I want like a whole figure, I want a background, I want all that detail. Yeah, it might cost more, but that's why I prefer to get a sketch cover done. There's most sketch covers I see, the blanks, there's way too much empty space there. It's like, that was a waste, I don't know. That's why I want to do most of mine myself, so I can just take the time. I'll do like cool, full scope pictures.
Right. Makes sense.
I think part of why I like sketch covers, even though like you're saying there ends up being a lot of like dead space, is that it's just cool to be able to own a little bit more affordable piece of original artwork.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like I can't necessarily afford to get a really well-known guy to do an entire.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay like $1,500 to have Adam Hughes do like a cover for me with like inks and color and background and all this composition.
But if you can spend $15
to have him,
yeah.
Yeah, and then I can say I have an original piece of Adam Hughes art that nobody else has, or I have an original piece of Mitch Garrett's art that no one else has. Like, it's more affordable way to own something that's, as a comic collector, we want cool stuff. I just think part of me has gotten to a point where everybody else has the comic book that I'm buying every week. So now I'm like sort of collecting blank covers because I want to own more artwork that nobody else has, even if it's only like a head.
Definitely understand that.
Makes sense. I feel that.
We're gonna talk about how this is our 1 year club anniversary, or does everyone know it? Is it in the title and shit?
No, yeah, dude. Yeah, so we started. I think me and Issues talked about it before, like in 2018. And then like at the beginning of 2019, we started it. I don't even remember how many people we started with. Do you remember off the top of your head?
No, I want to say maybe like 6 or 7, like from the jump, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. And then Squatch, we added. Were you like midway through the year?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't remember exactly what month it was, but it was before the summer for sure.
Yeah.
So maybe like around March or April.
Right. Yeah, and then Parker was there from the beginning, but Parker didn't say anything to anybody for like a month or two.
Months. He was quiet for months, and now he won't shut up.
Yeah. Intimidating. I had to get to know everybody. It took a while.
No, I feel it.
I like to observe. I want to take it all in.
Yeah. Dude, it kind of like, I think me and Issues both said when it first started that, like, we kind of expected the chat to fizzle out within the first like couple months, and it just would not stop.
It took off. Is what it did.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is great.
Well, because at the beginning, it felt like there was only a couple people that if they weren't talking, then nobody was talking.
That's true.
Yeah. Like there was periods of time where your boy and Infinity were like the only 2 people talking for like 5 hours straight.
That's true.
And nobody else would participate. 5-6 hours of just your boy talking to Infinity about nothing.
That's because your boy. I mean, it was because it was like between the hours of like 1 and 5, and so like your boy is normal, like it's his normal time, and then Infinity was up getting high or something. Like just couldn't sleep. Man, I wish. How long? I wonder how long Infinity lasted here. Like I think he was around for a while.
He was gone before I got there.
Okay, it was only a few months. It was only a few months.
Well, we missed Infinity, so for some reason he sees this.
We'll just pour a little bit.
Yeah, there we go.
Infinity, come back if you're watching this. Come back.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, so
like we even left him in the chat when we migrated, just to like in case he ever wanted to come back, like he could still find us. Like he's still in the chat.
Yep.
If he ever logs back into his Instagram again, he'll be like, "Oh, these guys are still around."
You have 7,920 unread messages.
His phone would break.
Oh yeah.
Who's life with 2 YouTubers? They want to join.
I'm not sure. Thank you for the congratulations. I think it's one of Foo's YouTube friends. I'm not YouTube active very much, so I apologize for not knowing.
Barb says female member.
Okay, yeah. So Foo joined. Foo joined like 3 days in, but I think he might have gotten an invitation. Like he might have been on the list. I just forgot to send him one or something. And then
I think we kind of established an original list of like 8 or 9 people that we wanted to join, and then after that, then some of the late additions were people that sort of like asked to join.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like I think like Andrew reached out to you and wanted to join.
Yeah, he reached out to me, but Go ahead.
And you were like, "Do you know this guy?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll vouch for Andrew." So it's my fault that Andrew's in the
Way to
club.
go, Chris.
I think Tank hit me up too. Like we added Tank, and then he like almost immediately was like this kid Andrew, and then Andrew hit me up, and then I hit you up. I think, if I remember right. And then Wizza we added a couple weeks in, I think, because you knew him through the CVM thing.
Yeah.
And then that's how we got Squatch too.
Squatch.
I mean, yeah, that's how me
and I met well, I knew Sasquatch from before that, but I met Gomez through CVM.
Yeah, I think
there was
Gomez
a couple of you.
Last.
Yeah, Gomez was like the last guy in, I think, right?
Was it Gomez or Mo?
Gomez.
Oh no, it might have been Ernie.
Oh yeah, it was Ernie.
Oh yeah, you're right. Ernie was the last guy in.
Yeah. Kachung is right. Kachung was near the beginning as well. And then your boys too. I had a small interaction, I think, with your boys before we added him. I forget what. I think it was about like Batman Who Laughs or something like that. Not surprising. Do you remember how
shocker?
Yeah, do you remember how everything that at the beginning, everything you talked about had to do with metal?
And I used to lose my mind.
Yeah.
I used to lose my mind. I used to lose my shit. I used to be like, if this guy says one more thing about metal, I swear to fucking God. And then I bought him that. I bought him that metal slab, and he like came in his pants.
Yeah. Yeah, Mo came during enrollment. That's right. I think he was one of the first ones we had.
Mo and I were inducted like literally like the same day.
That's right.
And that was when y'all did the open enrollment. I think that was the time. And you guys put out like a questionnaire, and I typed out this really long response because I wanted you guys to like me. And then, dude, I was gonna ask you anyway. I was like, "Well, shit, man! I just typed for 5 hours on my cell phone."
We got a lot of people that were interested when we did the open enrollment. It was just like too many people that like didn't really interact with anyone in the club, and we kind of felt like, dude, like there's a couple guys that want in that like we already said their names, like you said, like we already wanted you, and then you were interested, and then like we already wanted, like Fu was like, we got to get Mo in here, and then Mo was like interested, so it made sense because people were friends with people, but there was people like applying when we had open enrollment that never interacted with anyone in the club, and it was like, well, what the heck? Why the hell do you want to join?
There was a lot of people too when we first announced it. I got a bunch of DMs from like random people, and then I went back today and looked at them just out of curiosity, and like 2 out of the 4 don't even post anything that has like you wouldn't know that they were interested in anything related to comic books, which is fine, but like that's what the club is, so like it's kind of a I don't know, part of it. And then the other 2 were private, so I couldn't see anything. But we kind of lucked out with everybody. It's pretty crazy,
except for Infinity.
Except for Infinity. Yeah.
Well, we lost a couple other people along the way too.
That's true.
Yeah, Hulk was an OG, and then he left because Andrew pissed him off or something. I forget.
Someone pissed him off, and he got all angry and cried. Yeah. And he cried and left. And, and I tried to get him to come back, and he wouldn't come back. So I don't know. And then your friend kind of didn't last long.
DJ.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I still like. I mean, he's a friend of mine in like around here, so I see him. But I think he was taking a break for a bit. If I remember right, but now he's back into it full swing, and of course, but he's busy with other stuff. So
I don't think he really liked us, man.
I'm not surprised.
He never laughed at Jokes.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
I don't think he likes me most of the time, and I've been friends with him for years. So
I remember I kept wanting to.
And then Andrew added a guy that he just met that day.
I remember
Andrew was like new to the club. He'd only been in the club for like 2 weeks, and all of a sudden it was like a new member, and everybody was like, "Who is this guy?" And he was like, "Oh, I just met him at the comic book shop. He seemed like a cool dude." Like
that's right.
And then the guy wouldn't talk. Like he added him, and the guy wasn't like, "Hi, my name's like Bill." The guy was just like quiet. Like he was viewing the messages and not responding. Like he just observed. And then we couldn't remove him from the chat. And we were like, we're gonna have to make a new chat without this guy. And he didn't get the hint. Like he wouldn't leave. If I'm reading the chat and you're saying we're gonna make a new chat without issues, I would just get the hint and I would leave. Right. This guy was just like reading the chat still. Like I'm not going anywhere.
And then he go ahead.
I kept wanting to say, like, man, we need to kick. We were like trying to thin the herd or something. I was like, we need to kick Toom out because he does not participate at all. He hasn't been in here forever. And I was kind of like, I said it once, and then I wanted to like be persistent about it. I was like, get this guy out of here or whatever. But then Issue said something. Not a minute later, he jumps in and is like, well, I'm kind of offended by that. I've had shit going on. Fuck you guys.
I changed the name. I changed the name of the group to Empty Toom is an empty suit.
Yeah, something like that.
That's what I did, and he got really, really upset about it. And I was like, dude, it's a joke. It's like if you were around more, you would understand that. Like, that's my shtick. Like, I'm a dick. Like, I'm making a joke. Like, you gotta don't take it so seriously.
And
then he quit comics for a little while too.
Yeah.
And then but he came back and found his way back, and he's active.
Yeah. He was just in there today, I think, or yesterday.
He was in today a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't even have any expectation, I don't think, of like participation. It's just like if you're around, say what up, but otherwise it doesn't really matter. There were a couple of times
I think we just wanted people to be. I think we just didn't want anyone in the group who was never gonna who was never gonna talk. We just felt like why join a club if you're not gonna interact at all? You don't have to. Yeah, like I have no life, so like I can be in there every day, but like I understand you have like a job and you have stuff going on. Like you can't come in every day, but you can't pop in like once a week and just be like, "Fuck you guys, what's up?" Then why do you want to be part of the club?
Yeah.
When you start getting really personal and you like put your life out there and you're getting like open with everybody, and there's one guy who's just sitting there reading it all, it's like, man, I feel like it's a little intrusive. Like, please participate if I'm going to tell you all my dirty secrets. Like,
right. I'm trying to think of there was the Navy SEAL dude too. That didn't last.
Oh yeah, Andrew added him too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't participate either though. Like Andrew just added him and was like, this guy likes comic books, and then it was like he didn't participate.
True.
Weird.
I forgot about
it's all Andrew's fault.
Yeah, it is. I forgot about Hulk's story about the collection he got under the freeway.
Oh yeah.
That was a good story.
There was a lot of Andrew and his crackhead collections for a while.
Man, I gotta when he found that Daredevil one, I was so upset because I wanted that book so bad, and Andrew didn't give a fuck about that character. And then he found that book, and I was like, I think that was one of like, I don't generally get jealous, but I was like, I'm really jealous, right? Like I'm about to drive to Reno and put a mask on and beat this kid up and take this book and then drive back. I'm just kidding. Andrew would kick my ass, but yeah, I was really jealous of that book.
Kick your ass or eat your ass?
Probably both. He would probably kick my ass and then eat my ass. Oh man.
Where's the line?
Excited about.
Where's the line?
I'm excited about fucking C2E2. I think, dude. In 2021, provided everyone's still around, which I'm assuming everyone is still going to be around, but I think we should try and do a con in Texas. Somehow make it work, because then Squatch is there, Craig is there, and it's still sort of in the middle, I guess. I don't know.
That makes sense.
We don't have any good cons in Texas.
There's isn't there West North Texas?
Don't you have a big con in Dallas or something?
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's one in Dallas.
Isn't there a big con in Dallas?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. That's like a whole part of the country, man.
It's 2 hours away from you, yeah?
No, it's 6 hours away from me.
Oh, what the fuck? That's a lot.
That's why me and Craig don't hang out.
Yeah, that's why you don't hang out.
Well, that's one of the reasons that me and Craig don't hang out.
Love you, Craig.
But that's something. If it's 6 hours away, that's doable for. I assume that's doable for you.
No, yeah. So there's. I've never been to Wizard World goes to Austin.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of a I went to Wizard World in Chicago. That was a pretty nice con.
Yeah, I've been to that one.
And then let's see.
They do Wizard World in Des Moines now, so I do that.
Here in San Antonio, we've got the Alamo City Comic Con, and they're actually pretty good. Well, historically, they've been pretty good, and then last year they changed the format a little bit, and it was pretty bad. So I'm not really sure if that's gonna be a good one next year. So, but
that makes sense.
I told you guys you can all camp out on my front lawn. It would be great. I'll let you guys use my water hose to
perfect.
I don't even shower, so that's perfect.
We'll bring Andrew's RV and we'll sleep in the RV.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Shitter's full.
Mo just asked about the Alamo Con. It's only Fu says it's only 18 hours from him, which is not that bad. We need to figure out what's going on with Raptor, because I think he was initially supposed to go to C2E2, right? And you and Issues and him were supposed to. Were you going to carpool?
We talked about it, but then I haven't heard from him, and then I don't know. I'm planning to fly now, so.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to bring my car.
He hasn't talked about it.
Is he still active? I haven't seen him. I actually started.
He's been gone a couple of days, but he's active. He's never been overly active, but he'll pop in either every day or every 3 days. But he hasn't been in there for a week. I was a little worried, but I think he's just been busy. He has a pretty big job. He does advertising or filming stuff. I'm not sure.
No, he's a mortgage broker.
But his schedule is insane.
Yeah, he said he routinely works 12 plus hour days. So I don't think when he gets home from work with it, that his priority is to check in on the group chat.
Yeah.
He's gotta take a shit sometime during
that.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe that's when he catches up on at things that are important, like national news,
right.
Sports scores, or his emails. I don't know.
Too damn hot.
Life outside the symbiotes.
There's a life
priorities, man.
What's the weather like in New York right now, where you're at, Chris?
Tonight it's freezing, but next week it's supposed to be in the high 40s for most of the week.
Okay. Has it been snowy?
No, it only snowed once, so we haven't really. Hasn't been too bad. Parker's dog is on the stream.
Wow.
Dude, you guys look alike.
White and squirrely.
Are you bringing the dog to C2E2?
Yeah, if we can have him in the B&B, he's coming. But
I wonder
otherwise I got to put him up.
Let me look.
I think you can have like a limit 1 or 2, but maybe not. If we're at a fancy one, I doubt it.
I'm gonna look. I'm sure they have it listed on the info.
I'm sure there's a weight limit. Like if it's a toy breed or something, you can have one maybe.
Are you guys all staying at the same place?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a big Airbnb that has a bunch of bedrooms.
Oh dang, that's awesome.
So we can all stay together and hang out.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna like mess with the people who fall asleep first? Is it over style?
No. If someone, I'm gonna be the first one to fall asleep, and if someone messes with me, I'm warning you now. It's not gonna be good when you wake up in the morning.
I'm probably gonna be second right behind him.
Yeah. Oh, I'm staying up. I'm bringing.
Because I retaliate. Like I escalate by 10. So like if you do something that you think is small and harmless, like I escalate that way worse. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know how to play the game fair. So just warning you.
Uh-huh. We'll have to ask Wizza whether animals are allowed. I can't imagine that they're not. I don't know.
Maybe and if 7 of us bring dogs, it'll just be a fucking zoo.
Yeah.
There's like 3 or 4 of them. We'll probably have another one have puppies by then. It'll be fucking madness.
Yeah.
We'll just, I know you can't bring them into the con, so.
Right.
I'm going to come back to the Airbnb full of shit everywhere, shit piles.
Is your dog well behaved or is he a pooper?
He's potty trained, but he's a fucking demon, hyper all the time. He's go. There's no, I don't know. I have him well controlled if we're not around people or other animals. But as soon as like a stranger walks up, he will not listen. He just goes. So
we'll figure it out. It'll be all right.
He doesn't bite. She doesn't chew shit up. He doesn't bite things. He doesn't pee on things. But he just wants attention. He wants to jump on people. He wants to sniff them.
Imagine if Parker brought him and he just like peed on all our comic books and clothes and just like fucking destroyed everything.
It'd be a story.
Got that. Send it to mine. I used to be worried in the first few years I wouldn't keep anything on like his level. The bottom shelves were always like the shit I didn't care about, but he leaves everything alone. Thank God. He knows I love that stuff more than him. He pees on something, he's gone, and he knows it.
Speaking of tired, Issues is about to knock out.
No, I didn't take any of my nighttime meds yet, so I'm still okay for now.
Is it like you take those and you're just like immediately out almost?
It's like 15, 20 minutes, and then I start to like lose it. I get like really bad dry mouth from the medicine that I take. So like once I take it, my mouth starts to get like dry, and I start to like.
That's funny. Oh man.
It says we got 9 people in the chat, but there's only like 2 people talking.
Yeah, it's just your boy. It's your boys Fu and Mo.
Mo, are you gonna do a chat later? Or a stream, I mean?
I'm sure he will. I kind of like the idea of paying that thing for like the subscription thing for StreamYard because it's super easy to use, and I'd love to be able to just put logoed shit on there.
What do you get by paying for it? I don't understand.
So in the corner right now, it says powered by StreamYard. That goes away.
So it'd be by YouTube, wouldn't it? Like you don't have to go.
Or here's an idea. We could change our logo to a duck, and then.
Yeah, there we go. So that goes away, and then you can add
we're the StreamYard comic book club.
Yeah. Ooh, Foo's gonna hop on here. Hold on, let me.
Please. Answer the comment. My dog likes Malibu comics.
Foo, shoot me your email address. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I might have it.
Are we gonna knock issues off if we have more than 1 or more than 4?
Like Chad raffles.
I think you can have up to like
fine.
6 before you have to kick people off.
No, you said that your phone starts lagging and stuff.
It's already been doing that, so I'm just kind of powering through it. Sometimes you guys get like glitchy on my end. I don't know what it is. I think it might be my Wi-Fi because I switched to a different phone. I'm using a newer phone, so
like permanently
my Wi-Fi
or just for this.
No, I have like an extra like iPhone that's like a newer one that I'm using on Wi-Fi right now for the stream, and then my regular phone I'm watching the stream so that I can actually read the chat.
Nice. Did you have more books that you wanted to show? I know you only showed the one, and then we started talking.
Oh yeah, I had 2 other books I wanted to show. I got this book recently for it's just stupid. It's only a couple dollars. Daredevil 115.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's that first Wolverine ad.
Yeah, it's got the ad for Incredible Hulk 181 in it, and it's got like the picture of Wolverine. So I guess if you're into like that like true fur stuff,
I like that.
No, it's cool for that reason. And it's the first cover of Deathstalker, and I think he died. No, he doesn't die. He dies way later.
And then I picked this up, but I'm not really like a huge Star Wars fan, but I picked up the premiere variant for Star Wars #1.
Oh yeah.
Because I just thought I dig the premiere variants. They're pretty cool. Just like partially colored.
I haven't read that yet, but I think it takes place after Empire, right?
Yeah, like directly after.
Yeah, it's in my pile to read. I'm excited about it. I think I'm gonna get. I'm on like a Star Wars thing right now, so I think I'm gonna start getting into the comic books.
I think that's a slippery slope.
I know, but most of them is just gonna be in trade, so it won't be too bad. Hopefully.
Yeah, I was gonna. One of my shops had one copy of the blank variant. I picked it up. I was like, I'm gonna get this. No, you know what? I can't even think. Nah, I don't want this. It's Star Wars. I'm really just gonna put my foot down. I put it back. So I don't know if it was one of the
Thor one
error things. So I don't know, but I'm sure it's gone from the shop now. But I was like, damn it, I should have got that.
The fact that people are paying $150 for a book
it's insane.
An error. Stupid error. It's just stupid. I don't get it.
It's ridiculous.
So
it makes me angry.
Are Thor fans paying for it, or just stupid, hot list followers buying it?
Yeah, I don't know who's paying for it. It's ridiculous. Did you read Thor, Parker, or are you just shit talking it?
I skimmed through it. I haven't read it, but I looked through each page. I saw I saw he's like a herald now. I saw Surfer show up. It looked interesting. I'm gonna stick with it for a couple issues.
I legit liked it.
That's good.
I don't know. It gave me I read a lot of Jason Aaron's God of Thunder run, and I mean Jason Aaron's great. But I generally don't care about the character.
Oh really? I love the character, but I did not like when Jason Aaron came on. He almost went immediately into Jane Thor, and I just couldn't get into it. And I didn't like the Ribbich art. And then when he did the next series, it was Del Mundo, which is I hate that more than anything. That painted oil
tough.
Stuff. He's tough to get through, but
yeah.
So I really didn't like Aaron's Thor until King Thor. King Thor is fucking great. This recent
King Thor is really good.
Yeah,
dude. But if you like King Thor, then God of Thunder you should love because
I'm gonna go back. I do want to go back and give it a chance. Yeah, I was gonna try to get like a whole collection of it.
Yeah.
God of Thunder is so good. Like getting rid of that run is like one of the things I probably regret most. Like that's what I'm trying to do right now is like rebuild my God of Thunder run because that is such a good run. Like it was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Yeah, it's really good. So, but this is I like Kate's as much as he's a whiny baby on Twitter and shit. I like most of his work.
Such a whiny baby.
Dude, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
You make Craig look, competent.
But I like his work a lot, and I'm excited that he's on a new character. I think that's why like, yeah, his Guardians run was whatever, but I enjoyed it because I don't read Guardians generally, so it's a good excuse for me to give it a shot. And it's the same thing with Thor. I don't read Thor generally, but it's a good excuse for me to get on Thor. And like, I really like the first issue because it's heavy, like it's dark. It feels dark, and like I like the cosmic stuff. And
yeah,
I'm curious.
With how hot he is, if he was fucking doing Squirrel Girl, people would buy it. Yeah,
oh,
that's
true.
You guys are interested? I'm selling Thor: God of Thunder issue number 2.
There you go.
I just sold mine. What are you selling for? Oh, don't you have like 30 on it on Instagram?
I have it for $2,000.
Yeah, nice.
2000.
Gore, isn't it? Or the God Butcher?
Some sword in it or something. It's like the first.
Yeah, it has the necro sword in it.
It's a necro sword and Gore. Yeah.
Hey, you know what was good though, which I was really surprised by, was this. I don't know if anyone read it.
I got that right here.
I really liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And I generally don't give a fuck about Hawkeye.
Fuck you, Hawkeye's great.
Hawkeye is great. I read. It's not a character I've ever read.
I didn't check it. I don't think I got it though. I don't remember.
Well, it's sold out and it's going to second print. So
really nice. I got 2 copies. Cool.
Nice. There you
go. I didn't like the cover art, but
I like the variant. It was like the red one. I think it had Ronin on the cover. I don't know if you saw that one. It's pretty cool.
No, did not. I just saw the regular cover.
Pretty cool. I didn't get it, but let's see.
I love Hawkeye's solo adventure run in the 80s. Him and Mockingbird. That's one of my favorite, like, just offbeat series of a D-list character. C-list,
where did Fu go? Fu, you better hop in here because it's getting late.
It's getting boring. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
All right, Davy Crockett.
Did we talk? I don't know if we talked about this in here, but did you guys know that that Blade Runner is in the same universe as Alien?
Does it matter? So is Gladiator then, I guess, if you're gonna say anything by Ridley Scott is the same universe.
No, there's stuff like I think Blade Runner is in the future of the Alien universe. If I remember right.
So then I guess the aliens don't kill everybody then.
I guess not. But we should have 7 more movies for us to find that out.
Did you guys see the 2049? I didn't. Or whatever.
I haven't.
I own it and I haven't watched it.
I want to watch it, but it's like 3 hours long and I need to devote time to paying attention. I don't like the original one though.
I almost can't stand it. It's really not. I don't get the hype on Blade Runner.
I don't understand it either.
A lot of people's favorite movie and I'm like, why?
I don't understand it. I think
Running Man or Total Recall.
Running Man is awesome.
Yeah.
I love Running Man. I think Squatch is going duck hunting. I believe he mentioned that he was doing that.
It's true.
Yeah.
This is actually I wore this because
I'm backstage. Oh, I see.
This is like my imitation of Craig.
Hey, Boo's here.
Hello. I'm the floating head. Floating head.
Are you just chilling in the bathroom or what?
No, I'm in a room. Well, I'm in the conference room, and I've got all the lights on, so no one can see me. I mean, there's nobody here. There's only one other person here anyway. So,
okay.
It's more so that in case the bosses are watching, they're gonna find out. Oh God, the family's gonna go hungry. I'll get fired from my brand new job.
Hey, have we figured out if Mo is coming with you or not?
No, let's ask him right now.
All right. Hey, Mo, are you fucking coming with Boo?
He keeps saying it's up in the air. He's going to make like a game time decision. You better come.
I've been pressuring him into going, but still hadn't got a definitive yes or no.
It's just pricey.
I found it.
Hey, there you go. That's the cover.
Okay, let me see it. That's. I don't know. I don't love it. Okay, I'm not super in love with it. I won't.
I like it better than the original. I think it should have been better, or it should have been the original one.
Sure.
I think it's definitely better than the all white cover, the regular A cover.
That one's not great at all.
There's a 1 for $25 that has Ronin on it also.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I have that God of Thunder #2 still for you, so don't buy it because I already have one, and it cost me $1.
I'm not gonna. I know. I'm waiting for you.
$2,000 is a good price, but
$2,000.
Yeah, that's what Squatch is.
That's how much Sasquatch is selling it for.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do a club discount.
$19.99.
I'd buy it for 20, but not 30 or 40.
You just
I got it for $1.
I just sold it, but I got $80 for that, and like I got for number 1, 2, and 6. I got 80 for all 3.
So you're gonna buy mine for 20 and then go sell it for $80?
No, I would keep it because I want it as like a key in case Gore ever shows up again. I don't know. I fucking rebuy everything I sell.
I found the Necro Sword ones a while back. I sent them to Issues. I found those at a yard sale for like $2 each. I think something like that. I never read any of that stuff. It was while I wasn't collecting.
Mm-hmm. I keep almost wanting to buy more Venom 3s when I find them for like $30, but it's like, God, I've already sold I don't know how many copies of this for 15 and 20, and I still have one myself. It's like I'm afraid to get rid of it. I want to keep one. I don't want to keep buying it. It's like I already sold it for less than what I'd be paying for, but it's only going to go up in value. I could see Venom 3 being a $100 book, and as soon as they make like an animated series, or Noel's going to get his own fucking solo series next year, I bet you. Kates will come back and write that. Absolute Null. Stupid, but I think that book's gonna skyrocket eventually.
One can hope.
One can hope, man. He's a cool
Mo said he's going to Canada during C2E2.
Liar.
He's lying.
No, well, you have to go across the water. You can get there. Like if we could find somebody with a cigarette boat, and we could smuggle some of that Canadian dank across the Lake Erie. Is that Lake Erie or is that Lake Michigan? I don't know which lake it's on. It's on one of those 2 lakes.
Lake Erie is by Ohio. I think it's Superior or Michigan.
I think it's Lake Michigan then, because it touches Michigan.
It reaches around Michigan.
We should all bring
Parker
our
keeps
skateboards.
Parker keeps rolling, but he never smokes anything.
Shush. Get into it, all right? God. Now it's like I'm only doing it because you said something. Thanks.
Is weed legal in Illinois?
It is now, as of 3 days ago.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So I'm not going to bring cash with me. I'll just buy it there when we get there. But
it's not legal in Texas still, huh?
Wait, so it's recreational is legal in Illinois?
Yes, it is. You can go to the store and buy like up to 15
I gotta check with the boss and find out like what that means for me.
It's not legal in Texas, but in San Antonio they passed like a city ordinance stating that like if you have less than 2 ounces on you, like they won't cite you.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, they have that in Atlanta. It's like what do they call that? Where they just kind of overlook it or they ignore it.
Yeah,
I forget. There's a word for it, but I don't remember what it's
called the look the other way law.
Yeah. Me no see law.
Texas has been pretty crazy with it too in the past.
Yeah. It used to be in those states where like the city won't do anything, but if you get pulled over by like a state trooper, then you're screwed. I never really got those laws.
Yeah. A county policeman will bust you for it, but like a city cop won't. I guess maybe that's what it is.
I got books to show up. We got dead air here. This was my new haul for this last Wednesday. Hawkeye, we already saw that. X-Men 4, which I'm not reading. I'm just afraid I'm gonna miss some fucking key event or something, some key character.
That's a great book.
Is it? 2 True Believer, Green Goblin. It's like, what? You just picked up 2 Amazing 14s? No. True Believer.
You got those for cover price?
Another copy. Yeah, right. 12 cents.
Dang.
Venom 21, the regular cover. I've only got the Crane ones before that. Venom Island. Cates is saying that 22 is going to be the most batshit thing he's done, but he says that every fucking issue. So
I know.
Can't take him seriously. This series is underrated. Everything. I like that.
I've never heard of it.
Number 5. Daredevil 16.
Dude, that's my favorite cover of the Daredevil run right now. It's so good.
It's one of my least favorites. I don't like the orange, so it's one of my least favorites, actually.
The orange I can see, but the Elektra and him I really like a lot.
Yeah, that's cool.
Daredevil's so good. I just got caught up reading it. Parker's supposed to be selling me some Daredevils.
Supposedly. We'll get to it.
I need to catch that.
Supposedly.
Here's a Daredevil. True Believer of 131. First bullseye.
Yeah.
I got like. So I
Why
already
do they
showed.
change the cover when they do a True Believer? Why don't they just use the?
I don't know.
The same cover.
Same as the. Yeah, they want to throw in the title so you know what the. It's like we're stupid and we don't know what the book is.
Hey, Wiz is here now.
Weird.
What's up, Wiz?
Yeah.
Wiz.
And those facsimiles, I hate that. Like they'll put the barcode over the newsstand price, or they size it weird. Like if you're gonna do a facsimile reprint, like do it accurately. Make it as I don't know.
Yeah, put the barcode on the back.
Whatever.
Yeah, but that's not the facsimile. That's not the facsimile reprint. Then they can charge you another $5 later for the actual facsimile. And then
yeah. Right. So now, next year they'll just release. So they already did a lot of the ones they've done facsimiles of have already done a True Believer. So it's like they're redoing they're reprinting a reprint, charging you $4. So now they're going to reprint it again with identical at the right price and charge you $10. I doubt it.
I really want to get the reprint of the reprinted reprint, and then get a sketch cover of that reprint with a sketch done of the original cover off the original reprint.
I like your style.
I want it done by Scotty Young, but he won't answer my DMs on Instagram.
He won't answer you? I had already got this book, the regular cover and the 1 or 2 of the variants, but then I saw this one at the shop. So
it's cool.
I love this fucking cover. And then this is the last one. I got that classic pulp thing.
Nice.
Oh, that looks cool. What book is that?
Yeah. It's from Source Point. It's horror. No, I don't know. I can't read.
Classic Pulp. Is that what it says?
Classic Pulp. Yeah, just Classic Pulp. Jay Werner presents Classic Pulp. I think it's a reprint of old like EC stuff.
That's cool. I like that.
My shop doesn't get any Source Point stuff. I have to ask them to order it for me.
Me too.
I meant to mention we were talking about pull lists. Sometimes that's the only way you can get shit like this is if you put it on a pull list, they'll special order it for you. But otherwise, like some shops, I think with the issue shop, they only carry image as far as independent goes. So if you want something from like Vault or whoever, you have to get it on a pull.
Yeah.
True.
Or
Zap doesn't get in anything.
Yeah.
That Vampire State building, I have to get that. Like they have to order that for me. They don't order it regularly. And I just got number 2, which came out in October?
They're up to 3 or 4 now. I think they're up to 4.
Yeah, they just got me number 2 this week, so I gotta have them order me number 3.
I stopped it.
Whoa.
I'm trying to figure out. There we go. That's better. Everyone's bigger now.
I kind of dig the way that I look with all black around me, like a floating face.
I like it. That's
I think
good.
this is how I'm going to do my streams from now on. I can't show comic books, just my face.
Hey, what's everyone's schedule in terms of trying to do something more consistently like we were doing before? I know Chris's is relatively easy right now. It's just after
I have every Monday through Wednesday off every week, and every other Sunday. I work tonight, but then next Sunday I won't be working.
Okay.
and I stay up all night long, every day.
I'm up all night anyway, so it really doesn't matter what day for me. But if it's before 10, I usually can't do it because I'm often at the bar.
Mondays kind of work for me, actually, if we want to do Mondays.
Mondays is a better day because I don't have my daughter Tuesday mornings, so I can be up as late as I want. And I'm off Monday nights always. So.
Yeah, Mondays work for me then. And Chris, you're good. Are you good most nights after you put your daughter to bed?
Yeah.
We just
How late would you want to be? Because like you and me are the opposite. You go to sleep way before I do.
11.
Then like I stay up late and do shows after my wife goes to bed.
Yeah, if you know you got something to do.
If I know in advance, that we're gonna do a show, I can take a nap or I can like lay down and set an alarm or something. It's not like I gotta power through. It's just that normally I don't have anything to stay up late for, so I go to bed as soon as I put my daughter to bed because I take my meds and I just knock out.
Makes sense. And then squats.
Usually
your schedule, I assume, is crazy during the school year.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't work at night, so
that's true. And you were talking about wanting to do the book club thing again, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just recently started. You know, you guys know I was gone from Instagram for a long time, and with that went YouTube also, and I don't know, just kind of got the itch. You know, I came back to the chat and you know, because I enjoyed hanging out with you guys, and then
getting sucked back in.
Yeah,
the abyss.
I like YouTube comic too. I just, you know, I'm not buying books weekly anymore, so I don't really have, you know, and I'm not doing any like mystery mail calls or any you know, haul videos or anything because I'm not really buying books anymore. So I'm trying to figure out like how I can still you know, hang out and contribute in some way. So yeah, I thought like a reading club would be really cool. But I want to do like a Saturday morning cartoon sort of thing. Because I don't really do anything on Saturday. So
I'm off on Saturday. So, or sort of. I have to be at the tattoo shop, but I don't have to be there till noon. So if you're trying to do something Saturday morning before noon Pacific time, I'm down.
I'll be asleep, but you guys have fun with that.
Barbarian, you look like Zordon Power Rangers.
One of our
and John said you look like Jor-El, Superman.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Just a floating face. If it was just like a little bit grayer, then it would just blend right into the background on here, and I would just totally like, here, I'll be a ghost.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, I gotta get off now, but it's been a year, which is crazy. So here's to another year.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Here's to 10 more.
Yeah, exactly.
Best year ever.
All right, guys. It's good to see all of you, and we should we'll talk in the chat, but we should do it consistent. I'm down to like it's helpful for me if I can set something up as like a scheduled thing so I know ahead of time.
Yeah.
So I'm down if we do that, but we can talk about it.
Yeah. Plus now we got a couple like hosts and shit, so we have more people than just you who can host and stuff. So. Yeah,
exactly. All right.
I'm playing Pong tennis with my face.
Yeah, there you go. All right, guys. It's good to see you, but we'll all be on again soon.
Sure. Thanks for watching, everybody, or whatever.
Yeah.
Chat.
For sure.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.